Welcome to this episode of the Cloud Wars Minute. My name is John Siefert. I'm your host, filling in for the one, the only, your favorite, my buddy, Bob Evans, the Cloud Wars founder. All right, today, you've heard Bob talk a little bit about these partner ecosystems that are starting to emerge. We saw announcements from Workday, from Microsoft, from SAP, from Oracle, and others regarding their new cloud partner strategies. In some cases, going all the way through to defining new systems, approaches, and incentives for each one of those partners that are in, for example, the newly announced Microsoft Cloud Partner Program. So why is this the case? Why so much energy around this? Well, it should be pretty obvious to anybody who's been paying attention that industry clouds and industry-specific programming has kind of started to define the new cloud wars that are really taking place. Really a big category has been the retail category, where it takes multiple partners to come together to create, to integrate, and to complement the cloud platforms that are being put in place. A great example of that was something taking place here over the last week or so as announcements, but has been in place for the last 2 years. And that is a Woolworths group working specifically with Tata Consulting Services, huge partner out there in the market, to do a migration for SAP onto SAP for HANA in the Microsoft Azure cloud. Now, this project, to put a little context around it, had a huge number of vendors a huge number of partners that were a part of it, and had more than 20 SAP applications, 75 terabytes of data, 135 database servers, and 435 applications that were moved over to Azure in this migration for Woolworths to SAP for HANA. Now, to put context around this, that does not happen with one vendor. That does not happen with just one partner. In fact, what it starts to define is the new cloud wars that are out there, that has a cloud partners ecosystem coming together that includes all of those pieces that sit here behind me on this whiteboard. It includes ISVs, these independent software vendors that have specific adjunct complements to the cloud platforms that you're utilizing. You need powerful consultants, powerful people who have been there before that can actually define for you what that migration strategy needs to look like. And these are people that come from multiple different angles: the cybersecurity side, the ERP side, the automation side, and more. You need integrators who are actually tying these things together behind the scenes within those cloud infrastructures. You need the enterprises today, or the mid-market companies. And what I mean by this is you need people that are not only supporters of this transition or this migration or this move, you need people who are actually sponsoring this process, right? Actually driving this process forward so that those partners, those integrators, and those consultants are actually working with somebody who truly not only has skin in the game, but also has care, understanding, and knowledge regarding the culture of that organization to drive these massive transformations forward. Finally, you need the cloud vendors. And that's why I started this discussion by all of these cloud vendors that are now reinvigorating, initializing all of their cloud partner programs, because the world has changed. It's no longer today about those partners integrating or launching new applications inside a mid-market or enterprise company and adding a bunch of servers in there. Today, all of this stuff is happening in the cloud, as we know, and that demands a higher level of understanding, a higher level of application availability, and a higher level of integration knowledge as to how each one of these pieces can come together to enable organizations to reimagine their business models with these new cloud-based systems that are all built with the goal of dazzling customers. To learn more about all of these things, join us at Cloud Wars Expo, June 28th to the 30th in San Francisco, California at Moscone Center. I'll be joined by Bob Evans, who I mentioned is obviously the founder of Cloud Wars, and a number of my other Acceleration Economy colleagues who are going to be hosting and leading sessions over this 2.5 days that are really focused on helping you define growth acceleration strategies for your business, not by doing that standard old school stuff of sitting in a conference room for hours on end and getting bored. Now, instead, we're gonna have short to the point sessions throughout this 2.5 days that enable you to leave with great ideas and great inspiration you can bring back to your business. The new cloud wars, well, it's this cloud partner ecosystem. Stay tuned for the next episode, everybody. And Bob, thanks for letting me jump in.